Someone needs to actually investigate what's going on under Anfield. Under Liverpool Football Club, under Anfield, I believe that they have discovered an oil well of up to $1 billion because they are going to buy every single world-class striker, every single world-class player in Europe. And honestly, as an Arsenal fan, I gotta respect it, bro. I have to respect it. It is truly enjoyable. This transfer window for every top team has been really well. I mean, for Chelsea, they're pretty satisfied. As an Arsenal fan, I'm pretty happy if we get Gyökeres and get Rodrigo over the line, or even Eze. Liverpool fans need to be over the moon, bro, because the business that they're doing and the business they're continuing to do, because they haven't stopped. They haven't stopped, bro. No one's put a full stop in front of it. They're eating from every single person's plate. You've got a plate, they're going to eat it from your plate, so you better hide it, bro. You better hide those plates, man. Because this is insane to me. This is not probably going to happen, but you got to respect the actual approach Liverpool takes to the transfer, bro. Like, they know that Newcastle has said, no, Isak is not for sale. But guess what? In this world and in the world of football, everything is for sale, bro. If you put a price on everything, eventually they will say yes. No one has that loyalty anymore like they did back in the days, bro. You think Isak's going to be like, oh, if you're going to offer me 300 grand a week, and if they're going to give more than 120 mil, you think Newcastle's going to be like, nah? Bro, they have literally played chess with Newcastle, and they are about to be checkmate, bro. Newcastle are about to be checkmate. This is fantastic, and welcome back to the video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. The previous Chelsea video that I did yesterday or day before yesterday did really well. Also, thank you so much for your comments on that, and I'm really happy if you're a returning viewer. Please press subscribe so we can put more content out there. But David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano, so this is what David Ornstein tweeted, bro. Liverpool make approach to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. Liverpool FC say no formal bid, plus well aware that Newcastle's stance has always been not for sale, but communicated interest in deal for 25-year-old Sweden international worth in region of £120 million. That's as per The Athletic, which is a pretty reputable source. Look, the way Liverpool are moving is how I wanted Arsenal to move when it came to signing Isak, Rodrigo. I want to, like, even if it's sort of unattainable, I need my club to be able to make that first move to at least try and get it. At the moment, we're always linked with everyone. We're always in not even negotiation. Or we are closely monitoring, closely linked, closely keeping an eye. And you're tired of it. You barely see that with Liverpool. And I love the way FSG conduct business. It's like, yalla habibi, yalla yalla yalla, and I love it, bro, because it puts Newcastle under pressure. And Newcastle are going for Ekitike, who is also a striker, and they've already got Alexander Isak. So It creates that sort of doubt in Newcastle's head where Liverpool might potentially pull this across the line this season. And that's what they've gone on and, taken over the Ekitike deal. And they're in a race for the, Ekitike deal. I think Chelsea's among that as well, and a few other clubs. And it's magnificent, because what Newcastle have done, Newcastle are like, look, we're prepared to pay more than 120 or in and around 120 million pounds for Alexander Isak. And guess what? The player that you want to replace Alexander Isak with, or play alongside with, whatever the case is, Ekitike, you know what? We're gonna bid on that if we don't get Isak. So either way, Newcastle miss out on the target, and they're struggling to sign players. I know they've just signed Anthony Elanga, but I think they have been sort of struggle where Newcastle haven't signed players. And that's what what's the Liverpool are doing? They're checkmating, bro. Like, you either sell Isak. If you don't want to sell Isak, we're gonna get for the man that you actually want. Keep your man, or we're coming after the man you want and the man that you have. That is mad, bro. That is crazy, bro. I gotta respect it as an Arsenal fan. I'm thoroughly enjoying this because I love this drama unfold. I love it. Obviously, I would love it a lot more if we do our signings. Otherwise, I'm just sitting back and taking a back seat and watching this drama unfold. It is fascinating, bro. But Liverpool, you gotta respect it, man, because what they've done here, they potentially spend 150 mil on Florian Wirtz, right? Top talent, Europe. Kirkes, that left back problem solved with Robertson aging, right? And then they've got right back Trent left. They've got Frimpong, bro, who's another attacking midfielder, not very like for like, but in terms of the attacking output, could potentially pull up some serious numbers. Now they've got Darwin Núñez going to be moving on. I know He was linked with a couple of clubs, and he was linked with Napoli, which, the deal seems to be closed off as of yesterday, according to Fabrizio Romano. So I think he might go to Saudi. And if Saudi goes, Saudi always pays 20-30% more than the actual player's worth. Darwin Núñez could actually go for 80-90 million, because you never know if he eventually goes to Saudi. If he doesn't go to Saudi, they'll still get a decent chunk of change back for Darwin Núñez. Once they do that, bro. Damn, bro. And then they just rejected an 80 million, I think it was a 60 or a 70 million pound move for Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, which means they're expecting more, for Luis Diaz. They're saying that, look, we would love to keep him, but if you want to entertain it, it needs to be more than 100 mil for Luis Diaz as well. So imagine if Bayern actually offers like close to 100 mil or 100 mil to Luis Diaz, and then Darwin Núñez goes for another 80 or 90. Bro, every single outgoing is, and they haven't spent last season as well, so they've got abundance of money right now. Obviously, winning the Premier League and obviously being in the Champions League, that brings up ample amount of revenue as well. Why can't they go for an Isak, bro? They can throw the money. And they desperately do need a striker. Like, one thing is for certain, they're either going to get one out of the two. They're going to get Alexander Isak, which most likely wouldn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool pull it, because the amount of times they've been linked with it, it's quite fascinating. I think it might happen. And then they either get Ekitike as well, which could potentially be another, a great sort of addition. Look, it's a bit of a question mark on it, but I believe that Slot could, with his management style and what I've seen him in his first year in Liverpool, I think he has the potential to take the most out of the Ekitike as well as a player. So it's gonna be really fascinating to see this, bro. I don't know why, but I'm a rival fan directly. I should be pissed at this, and at a certain level that I am, but then that's just the way Arsenal does business, right? Like, I've actually come to a conclusion where Arsenal are not very good, when it comes to doing business. But we're doing our thing as well. We've just signed the centre back. We're closing the line with Victor Gyökeres. He's been seen in London. We're gonna go for Rodrigo, or we're gonna potentially get Eze as well. We've got Madueke as well as on the right wing. We've got Zubimendi. So we're doing our business too. So it's gonna be really, really excited to see the drama unfold. And Frankfurt are having a field day as well, because they're gonna have Chelsea bid for it. They're gonna have Newcastle bid for it, and they're going to have now Liverpool bid for it as well. So I think Ekitike would go for north of 100 million in my opinion. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think if this deal could actually happen. But hey, man, and let me know out of 1 to 10, what do you rate this transfer window? It's still 2 weeks to go, so it's going to be even more fascinating. Could we see last day, deadline day transfer drama? Because I think it's more and more likely that's going to happen.